and all. 992 Carrera S, another GT3 RS in white. Ref counter and all. Club Sport package, which gets you the roll cage, as you can see in the back.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Welcome to a brand new video. Now today's video is really special because you joined me out here in Kyalami at the Grand Prix circuit. Today we're attending the launch of the all-new Porsche 911 992 generation GT3. So it's the official launch of the GT3 out here in South Africa, and man oh man, the setup looks really amazing so far, and there are some amazing cars out here. Mainly Porsches, a lot of GT3 RSs, a lot of GT3s. Oh, there's a very nice yellow GT3 RS pulling in right now. Turbo S's, a whole bunch of Porsches, and a couple of other cars. I'm seeing a Nissan GTR, I'm seeing an Aston Martin Vanquish. It's just going to be crazy. I think right now we should actually start by checking out some of the cars that are around here in the parking lot. I really do hope you guys do enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. So guys, look at this amazing fleet of cars. So 991.2 GT3 RS, 488 Pista. This is just insane. I think this might be Rosov Walker, the paint color, which is one of the most special Ferrari colors you can get. I'm not sure though if it is Rosov Walker, but if it is, it's indeed one of the most special colors you can get. Another GT3 RS Gen 2, Gen 2 GT3, and I think this is God's Red, the color. Facelift Gallardo, so I think this is LP 560, and this is a Spider. There is a bunch of crazy cars. GT2 RS, which is absolutely crazy, the Widowmaker. This is just insane. And the launch spec, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at I think this has the YSAC park. Yeah, so YSAC package, which is about 30,000 pounds in rands. Not sure what the conversion is, but it's a lot. I think it's around 400,000 rands to get the YSAC park. 997 GT3, which still looks immaculate. There is a whole host of cars, guys. Like, we can even come this side and all, and it's just crazy. Guys, like, how insane is this? More GT3 RSs. These like Lamborghini Huracans. Like, this is just insane. There's another 488 Pista that just turned up. Two Lamborghini Huracans LP610s, which look very similar kind of setup, same wing and all. 992 Carrera S, another GT3 RS in white. Guys, this is just insane. I want to get a shot of the Pista, but yeah, I'm gonna have to run a bit. Oh my goodness, another God's Red Gen 2 GT3. I'm even losing my words, and I really need to head back to the main area quickly. But yeah, look at this Pista, incredible, in this white paint color with the contrasting burgundy stripes. This is just crazy. Gold rims as well. First gen Cayman GT4, another GT3 RS, Audi R8 V10 Plus, and Nardo Grey. Dang, this is crazy. Gen 2 Cayman GT4, the new one. This is just crazy. There's a whole lot more to show you guys in this parking lot, but I think I'll end it just here. So just know there's a bunch of GT cars, there's a bunch of Carrera cars, and some Ferraris here and there.
basically a mixture of supercars. There's another R8 Spider just there. Yeah, it's just crazy. Wow. So guys, here it is then. Welcome to the all new 992 generation Porsche 911 GT3. We have two examples here, one in shark blue and the other one in a very nice silver. Not really sure if that's GT silver, but yeah, an all new 911 GT3. Very exciting, a very important car for Porsche, and this is basically the motorsport derived version of the road going 911. So it does take some inspiration, or it does borrow some parts from Porsche's motorsport division and all, to make the road going car just a bit sharper and more exciting to drive. But yeah, the all new GT3 has a host of upgrades that overall improve the car as a whole compared to the outgoing generation. And a lot of the work has gone into the suspension and the different types of materials used in terms of the components of the engine, the glass work, basically the whole chassis, basically the whole car has been focused on in terms of improving the materials, improving the handling, so as to say, by tweaking the suspension, tweaking the aero, and basically, yeah. So this just goes to prove that making a car go fast or handle better, in a sense, is not really all about adding more power and leave it as it is. There are a lot of things you can apply to improve how quickly a car goes, specifically around a racetrack and all. But yeah, enough baffling. Let's just discuss the looks in general of this car. Okay, so the looks, first thing you notice looking at the front area is the contrasting front bumper, the section that is actually not painted. It's left out in black on the GT3. And then you also notice the vents, the new two vents on the bonnet, so as to say. These of course help in adding downforce on the nose. Of course, the airflow will enter through down here, and then it's forced out up here, and that helps push the nose down and all. So you have these new forged alloy wheels, of which you can get them in this beautiful silver paint color. You can also get them in black and gold. This one is spec'd with Porsche's carbon ceramic brakes. You notice that with the yellow brake calipers. Otherwise, the calipers would be red or black to hint to you that it would be having the standard steel brakes and all. So the paint color is called shark blue, and I absolutely love it. This is one of those cars that I wouldn't actually mind in having it in the launch spec, because usually the launch spec becomes boring because it tends to be too common. In a sense, it's the first spec that you get to see on the car and all. But yeah, this one I really don't mind it. It looks absolutely gorgeous in this paint color, and I think it actually works well with these yellow calipers. The contrast between the yellow and the blue is absolutely beautiful. So a big part about the new GT3, one of the biggest upgrades, is that finally the 911 comes with double wishbone suspension, and so that helps in many ways, but mainly to improve the grip and handling on the car, because double wishbones actually improve how the car manages its contact patch, or actually how the tires manage the contact patch with the tarmac. Because remember, driving on a road, there are so many different imperfections such as bumps, undulations, maybe cracks, and a host of other features. So the double wishbones actually help improve that bouncing motion of the wheels as you're driving, improving on the grip, making sure that you have the highest amount of grip at all times and all. And also what that allows is that they've actually managed to fit in bigger spring ratios, and because there's more travel in the springs, that means the suspension is actually more comfortable than the outgoing car, even though the car is sharper to handle and all, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So you can get the car with a carbon roof to help improve with to help keep the car as light as possible. You can also get the mirrors in carbon and all. But yeah, coming around to the back, the rear tires actually adopt rear wheel steering, so as to say. And the benefit of that is that at high speeds, above 80 kilometers an hour, the wheels will turn in the same direction as the front wheels, and that helps stabilize the car more at high speed. And then below 50 kilometers an hour, they'll turn in the opposite direction to the front wheels, and that helps shorten the wheelbase. Basically, the car is more maneuverable. Whew, that's quite a difficult word to pronounce. The car is more maneuverable in tight bands, so it's easier to park and all. So that's a very nice feature that's added there. So all the glass that you see around the car is lightweight glass throughout. So the side windows, the front windscreen, and the rear window, all lightweight glass to keep the weight down as low as possible. Another big new feature about the 992 generation is that it has this new wing called the Swan-neck wing. It's top mounted, as you can see, and the benefit of that is that it helps the airflow underneath the wing be more efficient, basically cleaner air underneath the wing, and that means the angle of attack on the wing can actually be set at a less aggressive setup. That means you still get the added downforce, but at the same time it means the car can reach higher top speeds, because remember, in as much as a wing gives you downforce, that is in turn drag, so it creates a lot of drag. But with the Swan neck setup, you have the best of both worlds, because the angle of attack isn't that too aggressive, so then that means a high top speed, but at the same time you get your downforce. You'll also notice the very aggressive rear diffuser, especially compared to the outgoing model with the new fins and all. And traditional GT car, it has these two center mounted exhausts. I love the 3D Porsche lettering, which was introduced in general with the 992 generation, including this full width tail light bar, which looks very nice. GT3 model designation and all. So a host of other features are improved on this car. So it comes with a lightweight battery, that's part of the weight saving and all. And oh, the brakes. So these being the carbon ceramics on the front discs, it comes with 410 millimeter discs. That is absolutely huge, and I think 6 piston calipers. Otherwise, the standard steel brakes are about 408 millimeters. Not a big difference, but these being the carbon ceramics, they resist a lot of brake fading and a lot of heat, so they last even longer and all. But yeah, I'm probably forgetting other things. I think we'll also check out the interior and all. I noticed the silver car doesn't really have anyone to it now, so maybe we'll go to that one in a few. So power has been upgraded. Oh, how can I forget the engine? So the most special part of this car for me, I think, is the engine. The naturally aspirated flat 6 4-liter motor, which revs up to 9,000 RPM, which is absolutely crazy. It screams and it evokes this very emotional feeling within the driver and all, even just listening to the car. Even if you're not the driver, it just sounds phenomenal. It's crazy, it's insane. So I think we'll just go to the silver one to check out the interior. So yeah, the engine, as I was saying, 4 liters, I mentioned that, flat 6, natural aspirated, 9,000 RPM. Power has been upgraded from 500 to 510 horsepower, a 10 horsepower difference. That is around 370 kilowatts, thereabout. And torque has been bumped up from 460 to 470 Newton meters. Not a big difference, but take note, this car is 17 seconds quicker than the outgoing model around the Nürburgring. 17 seconds with a difference of only 10 horsepower. That just goes to show you what you can do to improve a car's handling, especially around a racetrack. Like I said earlier, it's not just about bumping up the power. You can do a lot with the suspension and how the car handles and all, and it'll actually improve on lap times and all. So yeah, the interior, these ones are spec'd with these very phenomenal Porsche racing seats, which have been dubbed the 918 seats because they were first introduced in the 918 hybrid hypercar. They look absolutely phenomenal because they are made in carbon fiber. The stitching is absolutely beautiful. This one has the silver stitching to complement the exterior paint color. So you have a very nice steering wheel. Yeah, it looks pretty standard compared to, by standard I mean it doesn't look all too different from the one you get in the standard car, the Carrera cars and all, but that's not in any way a negative thing. It's a very good steering wheel in general. This one is spec'd with the PDK transmission, which is one of the probably the best shifting transmissions in the automotive industry by far. So yeah, a host of upgrades with the digital dials and distinctive with that one center analog ref counter and all. Club Sport package, which gets you the roll cage, as you can see in the back. But yeah, that's the 992 generation. There's probably a lot to go through with this car, but yeah, it's just insane. One of my absolute favorite cars indeed. Like, just take this moment to admire the car. This angle is one of the best. But yeah, what do you guys think about the 992? Do you guys like it? Is it your thing? But yeah, both cars have carbon ceramics. As you can see, this one also has the yellow calipers and all. But yeah, you can see the roll cage from back here and all. So yeah, the acceleration stats, so 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 3.4 seconds, but I saw on Car Matt Watson actually managed to do 2.8 seconds, which is crazy. I'm one of those people who believe 500 horsepower is enough. We live in a world where cars can manage to produce around 1,500, some even 2,000 horsepower with some electric hypercars and all, which is insane. But for me, this is my kind of setup. A very nice, lightweight, great handling sports car with just 500 horsepower, a very nice revving engine. I mean, that's all I need. And yeah, that's why this is one of my most favorite cars out there and all. But yeah, when it came out, I did have an issue with how it looks in terms of these vents on the bonnet. But yeah, it's growing on me. Actually, it has grown on me. It's no longer growing on me. It has grown on me officially, and I do love it. And yeah, I don't think there's anything more I have to say. But yeah, really hoping you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time.